Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. Hope everybody is doing great and fine. And today we're going to prepare pepper soup. So this is my meat for my pepper soup here in this plastic. I have the intestine here, which known as foco, and the other one as it came with foco. It's just the lung, the lung of the goat. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's when you are eating it, it have this sound like you are eating bone. It's called as I know it as oh, kere kere. That's what I know it as. And I have my abodi and shaki here, and I have beef here, just little. So these are all the my meat, different type of meat I'm going to be using to cook my, need to wash my hand please, to prepare my pepper soup. And here I'm not going to be using my seasoned Maggi here because I like when my pepper soup is clean, no particle at all. I'm going to take you through the step. So I'm going to be using my crayfish Maggi here, just one. And here is my saint leaf right from the freezer, so I just have to take small out from it. So that's saint leaf. It's also known as efirin. And here is my pepper soup spice. I have 1 spoon of this and just a little bit more, so that's my pepper soup spice there. Here is my scotch bonnet I'm using to, I like my spoon and my full spice. And here is minced spice, cumin, clove, and sea salt. Because I'm not using, as I said earlier, I'm not using my seasoned Maggi, so I'm going to be using sea salt. I think that's all what we need. I didn't forget anything. That's all what we need to prepare our pepper soup. But right now, I'm going to bring my pot. I need to move this aside. And I'm going to bring my pot close here. So I'm going to be putting my meat inside. I really like to parboil, even though if I'm not using it for pepper soup, if I'm using it to cook soup. I love parboiling my foco, and I think I have kidney here, my foco and kidney, because they have these small particles, like I don't like it, like dirty particles that will be running over soup or running over your pepper soup. So I really don't like it. So I like cooking it separate, then rinse it very well, then cook it again with the other meat before I can use it. So that's what I'm going to be doing here as well now. So I'm adding I'm not going to add my meat at this moment and my herbal tea, but my foco is going to go inside the pot with the kidney. So I'm going to pour hot water. I'm going to pour hot water and take it to my gas to parboil, to boil a little bit. So guys, that's our meat on the gas cooking. You can see how those blood is the blood that is in the intestine that is cooking out, and that's all the particles that is going to be on your pepper soup. As you can see here, those ones, and the one here, I don't want it in my pepper soup, so that's why I do parboil them before I use them. Okay guys, As you can see, all the particles I'm talking about is cooked. It's already parboiled. It's not cooked already. Can you see all the particles there? So I'm going to pour it here and rinse it. Can you see all what I'm saying there? If you prepare your pepper soup, this is what you'll be seeing. Cook it straight away and you use it to do pepper soup. Just put all your meat inside the pot, and when it's cooked, pour pepper soup. That's not the right way to make pepper soup. All these particles are going to be playing inside your pepper soup, and you are not going to have a clean pepper soup. All these are blood that is inside the meat that form together like this. And imagine you eating all this mess inside your pepper soup. So I'm going to be raising it out. This is it. This is what you're going to find inside your pepper soup, which is not nice. So I'm going to rinse that. But I need to wash my pot. So I'm rinsing it. Just have to, at least most of the this thing is out from it. I think there's one more. No, see, you just like me. Somebody will put it inside his or her mouth. Yes, I know. There's one more left. So that's all the water. So I'm going to pour this away. It's useless. So I'm rinsing it. I can't just put it even though I've parboiled it. I have to use my hand to wash it very well, so that all the remaining particles is going to come out from my meat. This is the second water. You can see. I'm going to pour it away. So as I'm going to rinse this more, I'm going to parboil the other meat. I don't want to parboil it with that one because it's going to be too soft. So I have to, just for the blood to leave. So I'm going to let my water to boil, then I'll be back. So my water is boiled. I'm going to pour some to my meat to parboil. So as my meat is parboiling, so I'm going to rinse this one more. Then I'm going to chop it, to dice it into little pieces. Then I'm going to cook it again. So for pepper soup, my meat is going to be diced just the way I want it. That's the way I want it. So I will dice all, then wait for my the other meat to parboil, then I'll be back. So I finished dicing the first meat at parboil. So the other one is done. There is it. It's done. This doesn't really have the blood particle ball. I will show you now, but it has liquid as well. Where's that my spoon? This have to, as you can see, it has some particles as well. Yeah, it has some particles as well. So that's the reason why I used to parboil my meat. So I'm going to pour the water away. Then I'm going to rinse this. So that all the particles can come out. It takes time, but it's worth it for me. Then I'm going to dice it and mix it with the first one that I've already diced. Then I'm going to cook them now. They're not completely cooked. So guys, I finished dicing my meat, so I'm rinsing it for the last time before cooking. So that's it. Now rinse my hands. So guys, I forgot to show you that I need onions. So I'm going to dice one onion to cook my meat. So I'm going to cook it with the onions. I'm going to pour my onions into my meat, then add salt. So I've add my the onions I chopped. So I'm going to add salt to cook. And half of my Maggi. This Maggi I'm using half because I've added salt. So I'm adding half of my Maggi. Then I'm going to pour hot water. I'm adding hot water to it. Then we'll leave it to cook. So sorry guys, I've been dicing my the habanero pepper. didn't on like this. So I'm going to just try to give you rough chop. I don't want to touch it. It's too spicy. So the habanero pepper has been nicely diced. So I'm going to put it aside. So here is the pepper soup spice. So I'm going to, let me see, take 1 spoon first. Then I'll put hot water. I'll add hot water. I like to add hot water to my pepper soup spice, because if I just put it there, there's some particles there that I don't like. So this is how I do it. I put hot water onto the pepper soup spice, so that all the particles, when I'll sieve it, will be thrown away. It's only the liquid that I will use at the end of the day. So I'm going to add more. See, there's the particles I'm talking about. These are all the particles I'm talking about. I don't like them to see them. My pepper soup, I like when it's clean. So this one is enough for me. Keeping the rest. So I'm going to leave it like that. Put it aside. Then wait for our meat to be done. It's so simple, but it's only my meat that takes time. It's only my meat that takes time, because parboiling reason, but it's worth it. I want to add cumin to my cooked meat. I really want it to be really spice. Cumin and pepper soup spice really work together. Really work together. Believe me. Trust me. So, waiting for that to be ready. Our pepper soup is almost done. Almost done. Okay, guys. Our meat is cooking. What have I done here? I've left my pot to dry. I have to make it so my pepper soup liquid soak one. I'm going to pour it, sieve it. Sorry, the pot is so hot. Can see all the particles. I don't want that. So I'm going to be adding water. until I try to get all the pepper soup spice away from the just adding more water. So I'm going to be adding more water. I see. At least I will get all my pepper soup spice away from. You can see how it feels like all that in your pepper soup, and it just be like sand running all over your mouth. So you can see how what's left. So that's it. So this, I'm going to add my habanero pepper. Jesus, it's going to be so spicy. Sorry, I use half now, so almost the end I'll add the remaining half. Then I'm going to leave it to boil. Our meat is done. It's done cooking. That's it over there. So I'm going to off the gas for the minute. So leave this one to boil. So I'm going to be adding my cumin to my pepper soup pot. Mint spice. Just 1 teaspoon is okay. Minced pepper soup, you can see, is bubbling. When it gets to this stage, our pepper soup is done. Then the clove, just little. Too much of it damage the cooking. So at this stage, I'm going to add. I'm not going to use the liquid, the stock, my meat stock. I'm not going to use it. So I'm going to be scooping my meat out, add it into my wet spice liquid, which is the pepper soup stock liquid. Oh guys, I feel like adding what is it called, cow leg. I've cooked some meat earlier today, so I'm going to be adding cow leg. This is the cow leg meat. So I think I'm going to use only one because I have lots of meat there. I just want to add, so I'm going to dice it. I just want to add. Okay guys, I've diced the cow leg. I've diced it, so I'm pouring it in. To add my Maggi now. I have to taste it. So I add my Maggi. So I'm going to add my saint leaf now. So our pepper soup is done. So that's the finished product of our pepper soup. I'm coming. So guys, that's the finished product of our pepper soup. You can see what I'm talking about, the cleanliness of the pepper soup. Can see no particles at all, so clean. So guys, that's all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and press that notification button so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever my video is uploaded. So that is it. That's the pepper soup. Nice pepper soup. Try it and leave comments and let me know how it's come out from for you. So thank you. Love you all. Bye.